Hello the internet and welcome back to the live stream. It is Saturday the 13th of July 2019. Today I'll be live for 47 minutes. 47 minutes. Doesn't that just roll off the tongue so nicely? 47 minutes for a live stream. I think this is going to be an interesting stream, interesting discussion point. I hope to engage all the chit chat. If you've got any questions and any points you want to bring up at all, we're going to open up the call-in line later on. First of all, let's go and say hello to who there is in the chat. Tim Arskog up there, well and truly early this morning. He said, I don't even know when this came through. It says, we're here because there's beer. Because we're here because there's beer. We're here because there's beer. Because we're here because there's beer. Could this be the new chorus for the Aussie national anthem? Good question, Tim. And I came in saying, there's beer here? This is a water, not a beer, but cheers to the notion of beer. We like beer. I like beer. Do you like beer? Does everybody like beer? Beer is good, right? Homebrew beer, huh? If that wasn't a jack behind me, it'd be a homebrew beer. In fact, I'm thinking about rolling that out on the stream as well, cracking out homebrews. Maybe just on the D-Live. Shh, we don't mention D-Live on YouTube. Yeah, we do. And then Benny Crawford. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Faffy Day up in the house. Benny Crawford there as well. He said, Benny said, July has been great. He's been listening at work and watching the replay. Well, that's pretty cool. I just don't know about your workmates, you know, like the colleagues so into it as well, especially with the last 5 episodes with That's material. And thankfully, we've now done the That's material. There's no more at this point anyway. There's plenty of ideas though. Then Cole Hass joined the chat, and Cole, come on, man. What are you doing, dude? Look at all these messages. Dude, don't spam the chat, Cole. I see you say this is very boring. No one's forcing you to stay here, Cole. If you don't like it, you're happy to leave. But I appreciate what you said. You liked the video live stream. You're a little bit confused there, Cole, I think. There's a lot of things going on in your messages. I can't quite work out what they are, but I'll read them anyway. Hi. Hi. This is very boring. Yay. Yay. I liked your video, live stream, whatever, same thing. He. Cole, come on. Can you see what this reads like when I'm reading it back? It's pretty annoying, right? And we have a chat here. We have people that want to talk and have a good time. Don't come in with all this constant crap. Just saying. I don't want to have to boot you out. I don't want to have to set a moderator to boot you on my behalf. But don't be a dick. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm very hyper. Well, that's cool. You can be hyper, man, but just be respectful. Northrump MJ in the house. Tim Arskog came back in the house. Hello, everybody. Travel jet setters in Fort Lauderdale looking for work. Yeah, okay. You're looking for a job? Okay, cool. And there's Cole again. Oh my God, this is so boring. Dude, nobody's got a gun to your head. Take off if you don't like it. And by the way, that's before the stream started. Come on, man. Wow. I said see you all in 10. There you go. Benny Crawford. Morning, Tim. Mindy or Jet Setter, whichever it is. Morning. And then Cole again with a bunch of absolute... Look, dude, you are super close to getting barred here, man. I don't like barring anybody. I think everybody has the right to free speech and to say what they will. But, dude, when you're acting like this... Come on, man. I've been waiting here 18 minutes very patiently, so you better hurry up or not. I won't get really mad. No, I'm just joking. I can't work this out, man. Can't work this guy out. Tim says, I'd like to offer you a coffee, but somehow I don't think you need it today. Maybe do some housework for 10 minutes to keep yourself busy. Good call, Tim. Good call. And then Tim asks, how did you go on the job hunt to travel jet setter? He's looking for jobs at the airport. Oh, that'd be sweet, man. Job at the airport would be fun. But it's always exciting at the airport. People coming, people going, tears, emotions, duty free. Wine improves with time. So too does our understanding of patience. Benny Crawford with a banging quote. That's directed directly at Cole Hass. Good luck to Travel Jet Setter. I want to leave the cold. Yeah, that's cool. Met a few Aussies there. Oh, that's nice. What's this? Cole, message retracted. Cole, you retracted one of your messages? That can't be good. Why didn't you retract to the 30 other ones? The Aussies treat you okay? Yeah, okay. Some chit chat. Aussies are almost always cool and easygoing in my experience, says Northrump MJ. Well, that's nice to hear. We do put out a good vibe in the gym, if you like. Yeah, man, Aussies before. How do you find the level of humour? A bit dry. Yeah, that's true. Our sense of humour is dry. And there's another retracted message from Cole. Interesting. Stoker Bolter in the house. I'm getting close to the live chat here. 47 minutes. Yeah. How you going, Stoker Bolter? Good to see you, dude. Angus Ferguson, how you going, Angus? Woo! Good to see Angus again. These are all these cheers. I don't do cheers for the chat, but I kind of do on D Live, so I might be rolling this out. Anyone that comes in new to the chat gets a cheers. I'm sorry for spamming your chat. That's better, Cole. That's better, man. Good. I'm happy to see your apology and accepted. Now don't do it again. Just be cool. Aero Gamer, morning tea break. I'm sneaking 50 minutes. 15 minutes is better than no minutes. Matthew Corbin in the house. Yamtha Pro. Want to play video games? Well, that'd be good. Yeah, absolutely. Soccerbotter and Stu there, Yamtha Pro. I'll play video games when Stadia rolls out here, when it does. Everyone's saying hello to everybody else. I'll bring the chat into the house near so we can keep up the speed. But yeah, the message there to Cole is just be cool, man. Be cool. Appreciate you being here. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate you sticking into the chat, coming in, putting some comments in there. We go live every time the same day, every day the same time. So just chill out, relax, wait for it, say some hellos, and just give an idea of what you're doing and how you've been. But don't go spamming the chat. And I'll cheers to that because I hope you agree. Do you have a PS4? No, I don't. The only game machine I have is my handy, my cellular device. But I tell you what happened. So you know I've got this project right here on this YouTube channel called A Wave a Day, right? Every day I'm surfing a wave right out here at my beach, right out the door here. And, well, of course, to surf a wave a day, you kind of need some swell, don't you? You need some ocean swell, some wind, some waves. What happens... He doesn't have a PlayStation 4. Thanks, Dr. Potter. Yeah. What happens when you don't have any swell? There's a question for you. What happens if I go out there for a wave a day and I look out to the ocean and it's kind of flat? You got to pull out something out of your ass, right? And that's what I did, and I want to share it with you here. This is how to surf when there are no waves. You've got to dig for something. Welcome back to the Super Quick Wave a Day edit. Now let me ask you a question relating to what you see behind me. What do you see behind me? You don't see any swell, do you? There's no waves today. So the question I put to you, what happens to a wave a day when there are no waves? Find out. I just walked out. No need to paddle out here, is there? Just walk out to the back. Should we just stand here and wait for a wave? I'll tell you what, the first thing I noticed with the hole in the wetsuit, obviously I didn't notice it yesterday when it happened, but right now, that has let in a lot of cold. It's cold down there on my left leg, so I'm gonna try to fix this ass out. So, here we are. What do we do now? There's nothing here, man. Look.
Going for a steal.
What do you think? That little left is my only option, isn't it? That little left. It's really cold. More often than not, the conditions here are really big and nasty and horrendous. And then on the odd chance like this, it's like a lake. And that's when I'll talk more to you and waffle on and on. We'll just wait for a big mama. Look, I'm just standing here. Tell you what though, it's nice when that sun comes out. It's cold, that's a cold wind. How long are we gonna give it? We're 8 minutes in now. How long are we gonna say? I say 20 minutes. Need to wait 20 minutes. Maybe that's my wave today. I love this, just walking out. This is the lazy surfer. would have been nice. This is going to look terrible to watch. This is terrible to watch, right? But that's the project, a wave a day, no matter the conditions. Today the conditions are pretty heinous. I guess this would be like Ben Gravy in El Slammo. It's like, get it, man, get out there. It's nuking. We're out here surfing, and life is better when you surf. Look at this little one. See you later. Woohoo!
Didn't die in vain.
Did you see that wave? That was so powerful. It took me on the greatest ride ever. I managed to do a bottom hand turn, cut back.
It's in my bones. We'll get
It's lucky I got that third fin on because I'm really needing it out here right now. I couldn't have been surfing with just 2 fins. The conditions out here, they require a thruster. Next wave, whatever it is it. What are we at? 18 minutes and 50 seconds. Look, 18 minutes and 58. That's enough time to acknowledge that there's nothing really happening here.
Can't feel it in my bones. Feel it in my arms. We'll get
You thought I was gonna leave you without a wave? Of course I'm not. A wave a day, no matter what the conditions are, even if there are no waves, I'll pull a rabbit out of a hat for you. And now while I check out whether there are gonna be waves tomorrow, you guys can go back to the live stream. What the hell was this all about, eh? What was I doing with these hand motions? Is that how you surf a wave when there is no wave? Where did this come from? I don't know what I was thinking. I thought, got to do something engaging with this because the wave is so boring and so tedious and so little. So if I put my hands towards the GoPro, it'll somehow make it more interesting. I don't know. But that's what you do when there's no swell. And it's like, well, I've got to come back with a wave. And that's probably, I've actually seen it worse than that. I've seen it without even that little left coming through. That little left would come through sporadically, but I've seen days when, and that was over the course of 20 minutes. I've seen days when I've been out there for the whole GoPro battery. So over an hour, usually an hour and 6 minutes or hour and 9 minutes, and there's been nothing. So I paddled for nothing and stood up and it's like, well, there's my wave. Back up in the chit chat. A lot of crew joined during the roll of the super quick wave a day edit. We have Beyond Beauty in the house. We have Matthew Corbin asking, is Discord on? We will open the call line for sure. We'll get through the content. Usually around the 30-minute mark, we'll open up the call-in line. Matthew, thanks for ringing in last stream. That was pretty cool. Taser Urbex from the UK. Hello. Got a nice little wave there. There's his wave for the day. And Beyond Beauty with a high five. We did have Faffy Day come back, and Rogosia in the house. Rogosia, how are you? Angus Ferguson, not much swell. Benny Crawford, hello Faff. Everyone's saying hello. Hello to Beyond Beauty. Did I see Beyond Beauty up there earlier? Beyond Beauty in the house. G'day, Beyond Beauty. And lovely, looks lovely there to be honest, but I suppose for Australians it feels cold. 5 degrees here is like a nice temp. Yeah, I gotta say, it's cold in the water right now, and it's because of that hole in my wetsuit, not surprisingly. Happy Canadian, he's in for a second, but he can't stick around. Thanks for swinging by, Jeffrey. And he's probably already gone. Everyone's saying hello to the Happy Canadian. Hello, Mindy. Hello, Rogosia, says Stokerbolter. This is a friendly chit-chat, isn't it? Cole Haas is just being a nice person now, waving and saying hi. Nice one. Brocknex in the house all the way from Alaska town. Everybody say hello to Brocknex. How you going, man? Good to see you, dude. You have natural waves. Here where I live, there is a moving river and only waves and boats and ships. I've seen Ben Gravy chasing those kind of waves. So you can surf that if you really go for it, Stockerboulder. Yamtha Pro, if you want to play video games, you could download PUBG on your phone and we could play. I'm not going to touch games until Stadia launches. When Stadia launches, let's talk gaming. But until then, I'm not going to look at it. Wave for the day. Adrian Banks, good morning, Adrian. Good to see you again. And family, Adrian's family, if you're watching. This is nice. Raw goes you with some gifts of waves. Travel Jetsteader, Beyond Beauty, hello. Angus Ferguson, Stockaboda. If you get PUBG, we can. Yeah, there you go. Brock Next doing great. Aero Gamer, forgot to mention it's Senior Dad here. Aero Gamer is playing lacrosse. Okay, no worries. Well, on your son's channel login. Good to have you here, Dad. So we want to talk today about epidemic sounds and why you shouldn't use them. And I want to give an example of why this is a little dubious. Now, first of all, do you all know what epidemic sounds is? Are we on the same bandwagon here? Does everybody know what epidemic sounds is? Let me show you their website. Whoops, I'm in the wrong window there. This is what their website looks like. Epidemic Sounds soundtrack the world. Now, there is a little play button there for audio, which I'm not going to be touching. If you scroll down, it's a pretty generic website, but then when you get into the meat of it is where the actual guts comes towards it. So Tim doesn't know what it is. Okay, everybody is so nice. Roll goes yeah. I don't. Okay, so Epidemic Sound is a website which licenses artists, so musicians, buys their licenses, and then puts those songs into a catalog, and then they sell a subscription service. I'll bring this back up here. This one here. They sell a subscription service to YouTubers. So the YouTubers sit here. The YouTubers need music to put on their videos. They buy a subscription to Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound have relationships with musical producers and artists. These artists supply Epidemic Sounds with the music, then the music goes from Epidemic Sound back to the creator or towards the creator. Now, the idea there is that the creator can use this music in their creations and they know they're not going to get flagged for copyright because they paid for a subscription here with Epidemic Sound. Now, this all sounds extremely beautiful and cohesive, and it's the great way to never get flagged for copyright music because you've paid for your subscription with Epidemic Sound. The thing is, and this is what no one ever really explains to anybody before they sign up, and it's definitely not in any of their terms of service and any of their fine print, that relationship between Epidemic Sound and the musical producer, the artist, if you like, that there, if that relationship severs for whatever the reason, could be the end of the contract, could be a buyout, could be any scenario where that relationship is severed, then the artist can theoretically, and they don't all do this, but they can theoretically take the copyright of their music, which they own now because that relationship is severed, and then they could inflict copyright claims all the way against the YouTuber. So bypassing this middle platform, Epidemic Sound is irrelevant here right now. It's gone straight from the creator over the top and hit the content uploader, the YouTuber, with a copyright strike. And the YouTuber would be like, well, wait a second. We did this on the D Live last night, but let's use an example. Let's say the artist's name is White Cupboard, and let's say their track is Blackjack, right? So their track is called Blackjack, and let's say the YouTuber is let's say the YouTube creator is called Water. So Water buys the track Blackjack, doesn't even know that it comes from the artist White Cupboard necessarily, but he buys it through Epidemic Sound. He's put it on his video, everything's fine and hunky-dory, and that video is popping on YouTube, he's earning a little bit of coin through AdSense, everything's hunky-dory. 3 years later, in the inbox comes a copyright strike. He's like, oh, whoa, what's this copyright? He looks into it. White Cupboard has issued a copyright strike on the use of the track Blackjack to Glass Water, whatever we call the channel. And the channel will be like, no, I got that through Epidemic Sound. But what he doesn't know is that relationship had been severed between Epidemic Sound and the artist, and now the artist is being legally a dick, if you like. He's legally entitled to his copyright, no doubt about it, him or her, but you could argue they shouldn't chase it. But that is a way for that artist to source a maximum amount of revenue. Let's just say, for instance, the video went viral, and it went viral with not just one creator, one glass creator, but maybe it was a handful of creators that used that track. By the way, I might have a swig of this. and those creators all have viral videos, then all of a sudden all of that revenue goes straight back to White Cupboard, and his track Blackjack is cranking out the coin. Now, in that scenario, you are looking at many ifs and buts and whats, and we don't know, and I don't know, the nature of the relationship between Epidemic Sound and the artist. And also, there are other ones here. There's not just Epidemic Sound. There's one called, what's the other one called? There's one called, I had a look at it this morning. This one here, Audio, what are they called? Audio Jungle. Same scenario, same kind of situation, just a different name, right? So we don't really, we're never really privy to that exact relationship of what that is, but the point is, and from my experience with contracts with different brands, they're never for eternity, and they're never in perpetuity. I can never say that word. Eternity, the contract is never for eternity. So like a band signs a record label deal with Universal Record. They usually sign, let's just say, for instance, they sign, well, we're going to give you an advance of $500,000, but we're going to need you to produce 2 records over the span of 3 years and 2 international tours. And once that's been fulfilled and that time span is over, that contract is null and void. Now, what I'm saying is we don't know what those contracts are between Epidemic Sound and the artist, but what we do know is when it comes down to the YouTube creator and they get flagged for it, and we have an example, and this is the example I want to pitch to you. I don't think he's in the chat, but you'll all know Scotty Mewtube, right? You know Mewtube? Remember the channel Creator Cast? Do you remember Creator Cast? What a cool little network that was. Thanks, Jay, for fucking that up. Well, Mewtube got a copyright strike exactly as we're talking about here, and what he did was, I'll show you what he did. He went to, well, this is what it looks like from a user's perspective. Go to Mewtube's channel, which is right here. This is his Social Blade. So if you go to Social Blade and you look down, I think you got to go to Detailed Statistics. Go to Detailed Statistics on the Mewtube machine. Scroll down and you see, okay, so you see this negative number here. This is in the views count, video views. So negative 1.1 million views, and then further down, negative 10,000 views. Now that tells you that this creator, Scotty, and I wish he was in the chat to tell us about this, but this tells you that he's removed videos from his channel. Now he, and that's about it there. So there you go. They're for the last, what is this, 60 days or something? For that last period of time, he's removed quite a substantial amount of videos from his channel. Now, why would he do that? Well, I asked him, and it's nothing nefarious. He said, I got a copyright strike on the videos. I think he said 1, but it looks like 2 there over the course of a week or so. And so he said, I'm not giving White Cupboard my royalties from those videos, so I'll just remove the videos. He said, I'm not going to fight this. I bought the tracks through Epidemic Sound. He bought the license to use their library, and that included Blackjack. And he said, I'm not going to fight this. I'm just going to remove the video so White Cupboard doesn't get any royalties. And that's completely cool. That's up to the creator to decide that. The problem that I have, well, not the problem, but the concern I have with that is if you look at, we'll go to, I haven't got his channel here. Let's go back to here, and let's bring up Mewtube's channel. Where do you find his channel on? I thought you just go here and there's a channel link. That's not a channel link, is it? User summary. Let's go to user summary. I thought there was a little, oh, here you go. If you go to this will pull up YouTube, right? Doesn't that go to the YouTube? We'll just go that way. So we'll kill that tab. So if we go back to Mewtube's channel,
holy shit, this thing's rad.
We'll pause that. We don't want to play the ad. We'll go to his actual channel. We'll list it in, whoopsie. We'll list it in video view, and we'll sort by most popular. And this is really the really concerning thing. Now, we all know what this most popular video is going to be, right? Oh. Scotty. Okay, I did not expect this. I was expecting this video here. I was expecting that to be the Big Brother house. So Scotty, Whoa, this is worse than I thought. So the biggest, okay, Scotty, I wish you were in the chat, dude. This is insane. So I was gonna say the point of going into his channel was to say, what if this happened on his viral Big Brother video, the video that basically got his channel to 16,000 subscribers from, I think he was about 7,000 before that went viral, and it took him all the way to 16,000. But looking at this, he's removed that video. This is worse than I thought. I'm going to say, I'm putting this out there. So this happened on that Big Brother video. I was going to suggest what if it did happen on a big video like that. But I'm looking at it now saying it was that video. Scotty. Damn, that's harsh, man. So your most popular video and all of that revenue went back to White Cupboard because you used Blackjack from Epidemic Sounds? That's terrible. Wow. I'm gutted, man. I am gutted. I should have gone into there and did the research before the show. I just assumed that you'd removed other videos. Far out, dude. This is terrible. Wait, so YouTube did the Big Brother video. Yeah. Exactly, Taser. Yeah, you should, yeah. Ignore Jay Boston and his tag on the end of that. Taser Urbex, YouTube made the viral video. It was his video. And then we all know what happened after that. Jay tried to ride that wave. But yeah, that's depressing. This is my pitch. If this happens to you, what would happen if it happened to your most viral video, and how would you feel about giving White Cupboard all the royalties? And that's exactly what's gone on here. YouTube, sorry to hear this, dude. This sucks, man. This is... All right, so this is the thing. This is why you should never use places like Epidemic Sounds. You should never use places like Audio Jungle and Audio, whatever they are. All these places that license music and give it to you for free. Not for free, they give you royalty free. You pay them a subscription. I would just completely avoid them. Don't even dabble in it, man. Don't even touch it. We've never seen a viral video on YouTube's channel, aside from the abandoned mega mansion, which that's 187,000. You could argue that might not be considered viral, considering 1.5 million on the Big Brother house video. But what I want to pitch to you is an idea that I do, and this is what I do on my channel. So first of all, I have access to a friend who's written music for his whole life, and he's given me open slather to use anything from his library ever. So all of the Wave a Day, that's the Daydreamers. That's my friend in a band. He said you can use any of my stuff whenever you want, no dramas. Just give me the credit, which I've done all the time. If you don't have access to a musician friend, which a lot of people don't have, there is a really easy solution. It's any music software that provides samples. So I personally use Logic, which is an Apple branded music, a digital audio workstation, a DAW. Now I use that to record some material, like inputs with guitars and bass and all that stuff, and vocals and microphones. I use it with that, but there's a side section to it with just thousands and thousands of loop libraries, and they're free to use and they're free to manipulate. So what I do is, and I've done this here, the underlying audio track that you hear kind of playing, that's one that I created. Over on DLive, we don't like mentioning DLive on YouTube. Over on DLive, I've got a DLive channel called Gives a Minute. My whole intro piece, the music at the intro, the underlying track that runs out throughout the stream, the outro piece at the end, all of that is me creating that music through Logic using loops, pitch shifting, time slowing down, ramping up, ramping down, changing EQ, compressing, making it my own, making a composition, if you like. Anybody can do that. Now, you may not be able to afford Logic. It's not as expensive as Final Cut Pro, but it's still an expensive piece of software. But once you've bought it, once you have it and you're running it, Apple give you so many loops. Like nearly every time I log in there to start creating music, it says there's a 90 gig patch of bass drum samples. Would you like to download? And I'm like, not on my 4G connection, I won't, but thanks for the reminder. I'll wait until I get access to a solid connection and download 90 gig of bass drum samples. Now, that's my solution to you. My advice is do not touch these free licensing music platforms ever. Just ignore them. Pretend they don't exist. create your own using whatever the software. You might want to use Cool Edit Pro. You might want to use Fruity Loops. You might want to use Logic, like I said. There's probably a whole stack of them out there that give free samples. And once you've manipulated them, you've changed the composition, you make it. It's basically cut and pasting, right? You don't even need to be a muso. I'm not a muso. Once you've created that composition, it's yours to do whatever you wish in your own video. Now, I have missed the entire chat here because I really wanted to deliver that content, but I got stumped when I got to YouTube, having removed the Big Brother house. He definitely has, right? We didn't mess that up. I'm gonna search his channel. If I search, isn't there a tab for searching here? Yeah, I'm gonna search Big Brother. You can't. Oh, you can see there, Big Brother. I can't believe this, man. That's what brought all of his. That's what brought 16,000 subscribers to his channel. Not 16 less 8. That's so sad, man. YouTube, that is so sad. I'll tell you what we'll do. We've gone to the half an hour mark. Let's open up the call-in line. See if anyone else has an idea about this. If anyone has the concept. If anyone thinks I'm completely off the mark and Ben on you being a tool. I use Epidemic Sound. I've used it for 4 years with never a problem. I'm here to hear. I'm here to listen and here to talk to you about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the chit chat. There's the Discord link. That's the link you need. I will pop in. What I'll do here, I'll open up this. I'm going to open up the call-in line. Do that this way. So once we are in the call-in line, I'm going to pop this on there. Call-in line is active. I'm going to open up my own Discord, so I'm in the call-in line. Because I didn't do that yesterday, and I was like, you want to jump in the Discord live chat? And then I looked down and I was like, I'm not even in it. So I've got to be in there, right? So I'm going to jump in there now. So I see Stockerbot is already in there. Okay, well, I'm in there too. So Stockerbotter, if you want to have a chit chat, I see you in there, but he might have been there from earlier as well. So I'm in there. If you want to jump in, hit that linky poo, and we'll talk about this discussion point. If YouTube's watching, jump in the Discord, man. I'd love to hear from you. I still can't believe this. All right, I'm going to go back up and see what I've missed in the chit chat because I was ranting, raving. It's like when I want to deliver the spiel, I kind of focus my attention on the camera and I forget that. I don't forget, but I'm aware that there's a chat here as well. Okay, so back up the top. Adrian says good morning. Yeah, I saw all that. We got down to if you play PUBG on the phone. Okay, Brocknex says I've had Epidemic Sound for a couple of years. Have you ever had a claim, Brocknex? Have that ever happened to you? Be interested to know if that's happened to you. By the way, I forgot to mention, this is July, and we are the 13th of July. And July is where I go live on YouTube every day the month of July. There is an exception coming up. I will explain that when we get there. But there is an exception to the July situation. But I want to thank Danny Black. I've put his name and his link to his YouTube channel in the chit chat. July is his concept. He came up with the idea. Ironically, he's not doing it this year on YouTube. He's doing it on Facebook. Big palm slap there to the forehead because I think Facebook is dead. It's only older people that go on there and you'll never get them across to YouTube. But props to Danny for giving it a shot. I wanted to give him the courtesy of the chit chat. I hear someone coming in. Faffy Day in the call-in line. G'day, Faffy Day. How you going, man? Faffy Day's in there, but I don't see him talking, so we'll just hold on until he gets his microphone sorted up. Brocknex, have you had any issues with Epidemic Sound? Have you had any copyright claims at all? I'd be interested to know that. And Dave's World, good day, Dave's World, new to the chit chat. Good to see you, man. He says, I'm curious about this topic. I pay monthly to use them. My advice would be to cut that monthly subscription ASAP. And if you can, I know it's tricky, I know it's really hard. If you can, re-edit those other videos to not include music from Epidemic Sound. That'd be my advice. Raw Gozio, I love this chat. Everyone is so kind. Beyond Beauty talking to Raw Gozio. Cole says, I wish I could afford a GoPro 7, but I'm only 12 years old and don't know how to make the money. Yeah. Do you have a part-time job, Cole? You could start streaming. You could start streaming gameplay. That could earn you a bit of coin. You could go over to DLive. I try not to talk about DLive on YouTube. I've got a DLive, by the way. Oh, I see dropping frames here. Whoopsie, that's not good. Oh, here we go. Faffy Day. Faffy Day, I hear you, dude. Faffy Day, I heard something. Faffy Day's in the chat. I did hear something, but I don't hear it now. Faffy Day, Faffy Day. Okay, well, he's not coming in just right now. There is a flu epidemic in Hobart. That's all epidemic I know. Okay, is that Hobart in the States? Johann Sebastian's son. G'day, Johann. Angus Ferguson, I have a Hero 7. So do I. They're so sick, aren't they? The hyperster. Faffy Day.
Yeah.
I can hear you, Faffy Day. You got to mute the stream, dude. Can you mute your stream? Did you guys hear that? I heard it. I hear him. Mute the stream and make sure you got headphones on. I should have said that. Adrian Banks says, I uploaded a video to YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Okay, Faffy Day. You've got a definite something funky going on there, man. Adrian Banks said, I uploaded a video to YouTube yesterday and had the option to add other music. Would that have been Epidemic Sound? No, that's coming from within YouTube's own music sourced library, a music library. Nothing to do with Epidemic Sound. Cole is 14. Okay, so there's Faffy Day left and came back. Maybe he needs to refresh.
Yeah, here I go.
There he is. I got you, Faffy Day. How you going, man?
I'm good.
Nice to hear from you, dude. Explain to the chat who you are and how you know me and how you know my nephew, Baxter.
Well, Baxter goes to my school, and yeah, he just told me about Gives a Minute, his uncle, and yeah, look at us now.
Nice one, man. Isn't that rad? How cool is the internet where this can kind of come around and also come almost like full circle? Like you see me hanging out with Baxter, you hang out with Baxter, and now you're on my chat. Whoa, you must have pulled a cable out then.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I know.
Yeah.
It's funny how the internet, you can get anyone anywhere.
Totally,
It's
man.
really cool.
Are you fiddling with a cable there or something? Sounds like you're scratching your in and out plug with the cable. You still there? Faffy Day. I think he pulled
Yeah,
out.
I'm here.
Yeah,
No, I'm here.
got a loose connection there, I think. So do you know about Epidemic Sound, and have you heard about people using this platform?
Well, I think I've heard of it before, but I prefer using other things. Sometimes I use Ben Sound in my own video. Or what it was called? Oh yeah, Purple Planet. Have you ever heard of that one?
Purple Planet? No, I haven't heard of that. No. Is it the same thing?
Yeah, it's royalty-free music.
Yeah, okay. So my tip there would be to try to avoid those because they're all a version of the same thing. They all license to the creator, to the artist, and then back to the YouTube content creator. And that's where the problem comes in, I believe.
What I like.
I've done that too. I mean, I'm guilty with this too. I've used what's his name, Max Vibes, and he created my intro piece, which I've been using for years. Now, at some point, I know that there's a risk that he could then turn around and say, well, you know what, I'm licensing that now, even though back when I started using it, he said, and I've got the email correspondence, I've kept it all, but he did say you can use it, just give me the credit. But it is within his copyright to say, no, I claim that back now. I'm touching wood that never happens, but yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about people that just like they get claimed and they get striked and they get striked again, and then their channel's about to get taken down because someone like licenses their music in their video.
Yeah, totally, man. Totally. That's if you get a copyright claim like that, it's not a community guideline strike, but if you get more than, what is it? How many copyright strikes do you get where it actually removes your channel anyway? So you haven't. It's 3 copyright strikes, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So my advice would be strongly against using these services, and if you can create your own, like, I mean, are you using it? You said you're using these tracks as background stuff in live streams. You're doing live, aren't you? Like gaming.
Sometimes I go live, and mostly in my video editing, I try and like pop a track in the back of the video.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Could you use, say, like a DAW, like a digital audio workstation with samples, like I've done, to create a song? Would you be able to do that? Do you think?
I probably could. I have tried to do it, but I'm not too experienced in that area.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. It's not, I mean, I'm not a good musician, as you might have seen if you've seen the last few streams where I've showcased that some material.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't consider myself a muso at all, but I can cut and paste and I can form, 12 bars of certain pattern, and then I can form 4 bars to make a chorus and then back to 12 bars verse or whatever. But it's not tricky, and what I'm really happy about that is that it will never give me a copyright strike.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes YouTube are a bit like stuffy with their copyright claiming. I know like I've heard like seen a lot of YouTube videos about people just getting it out there that their channel been strongly striked and it hasn't been fixed. So
Yeah, yep. Faffy Day, while you're here, we might as well give your channel a spruiking, hey? Promote the channel.
all
Let's
right, that's good. I'd love
yeah,
that.
yeah, man. Let's go across to the YouTube. Now, I know you can't see this while where you are, but we can. We are looking at, well, if you're watching the stream, you can see it, but keep that stream muted. We are looking at Faffy Day's YouTube channel here, and he has hit the one, oh, geez, you are close to 2,000 subs, dude. Congrats.
Thank you.
How long have you had the channel for?
I think about a year now.
That's
So
rad,
I
man.
started, yeah, August last year, I think it was.
Rad. I'm just reading your about section. Not a lot in there. NBGD7M.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's a code that I had to enter to like get a verification. So yeah, I think I need to change that pretty soon.
Yeah, you put that in there. That's cool. That's pretty funny.
Motherfuckers, come on, motherfuckers, come on.
Now hold on. If I play that, am I going to get struck with copyright? I probably shouldn't play that. You probably couldn't hear that, but we played your channel trailer.
Oh yeah, I'd probably mute it. I mean, I didn't get strike for it, so I think you will. But
Okay, I muted it anyway. I want to be safe here. In the chat, A. Joe says, Epidemics, gives a minute. This title and thumbnail got me. What am I missing here? Epidemic is bad. Hey, Joe, you've joined in kind of near the tail end of the conversation, but what we discussed was how Epidemic Sound, even though you do have a subscription to them, the problem lies when Epidemic Sound severs their tie with the musician, and therefore the musician can then come back and claim the song in your video. That was the point of the stream, and we didn't know at the time, but YouTube, Scotty Muir, had that happen to him on one of his videos. It happened to be his most viral video, 1.5 million views. Big Brother household. That video is now removed from YouTube because YouTube didn't want to give the artist the royalties because the tie between the artist and Epidemic Sound had now been severed. So my advice, and we're just chatting with Faffy Day here, my advice is to not use any of these streaming services, to create your own music, and it's pretty simple to do that I use Logic, but you can use any kind of cut and paste digital audio workstation. But good to see you, Joe. Good to see you.
I did have a look at YouTube's channel, and yeah, I was surprised that video that he got, the Big Brother one, that got a whole lot of views.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I've still got baffled by that. Let's have a quick look back at it again. Did I close it? Yeah, I closed it already. Let's open that tab up again. It'll be in the history. YouTube. There we go. YouTube channel. This is the Social Blade stats from YouTube, and what we discovered here was if you go down to detailed statistics and you look at this column here, that's a reduction. This column is video views. If you look at this number here, 1.15 million negative video views. That happens when someone removes a video. And then further down here, 10,000 video views removed. So there's two videos that Scotty Mewtwo removed. And unfortunately, that big one, that's the Big Brother one, which kills me, man. Like I said, while I was researching this topic, I knew that because Scotty sent me a message saying, I had a copyright claim. And I said, oh yeah, I've noticed you've removed some videos. You got some negative views there. And he said, yeah, I removed them. I didn't want to give the white cupboard any royalties that he didn't deserve. So I just removed the videos. But he never said it was the Big Brother video. Far out, man. This is massive news. We should all go and give YouTube some love. Everyone go over to YouTube's channel after you've been to Faffy Day's channel and given him some love. Go over to YouTube and give him some love and just say, dude, bummer about that. And can you, oh, this is a good question to YouTube. Can he re-upload that? Oh, you know what really sucks? Because all of these news sites and news aggregates that ran that story linked out to that video, and now that video's gone. I kind of think, what do you think, Faffy Day? Do you think Scotty did the right thing removing it?
Well, if it was going to get striked, then yes, he did the right thing to stop his channel from getting like further consequences. But yeah, overall, I think he did the right thing.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to pitch this to you. What if the channel didn't get a strike? Because not always does a copyright claim end up in a strike, but it can end up in a claim. And all that means is that White Cupboard earns the royalties, but the channel stays within, no community guideline strikes.
Well, I take it that if you've got a claim, then you don't get any money from that video. Am I right?
That's correct, yes. All the royalties go to White Cupboard.
Well, I think I've got a few videos on my channel that have been claimed, but they haven't been striked. So
That's
yeah,
that's exactly what we're talking about. So those people that claimed it, all they are is earning revenue off you having those videos existing on YouTube.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But if they notice the video, then of course they're gonna strike the video, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's an interesting tactic from a business point of view because you could, and I'm sure people do this. They set up multiple, and you could argue Epidemic Sound is this. They set up multiple opportunities of revenue income by claiming people that using these videos. By using these tracks. And yeah, it's the only way to avoid it is to never use the songs, never use them, create your own. A Joe says, I love contracts and read theirs a couple of times. Why I signed up with them. I'm looking at Music Bed. Now you guys can hear the outro bass line rolling. Faffy Day can't hear it. Faffy Day, lovely to chat to you. Good to see everyone in the chat. This has been a good conversation. Next time. Cheers all.